All right, so we just got done watching the latest episode of Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy, and let me tell you, I knew that the little girl was gonna be an issue. I knew she was being set up because, come on, man, how often is it that a little girl who is dressed in peasant clothing comes up to you out of nowhere and asks you specifically to handle some stuff, right? We already knew that's what the deal was gonna be. But as soon as Mio and Tomoe got wind of what was going on, and as soon as Makoto, you seen the look on Makoto's face when he realized that the girl low-key resembled somebody important to him from the other world. He immediately had the scowl of a century on his face and sent Tomoe and Mio to handle his work. And we knew, right? We knew it wasn't going to be an issue going up against those guys, even though he was the top-ranked adventurer. We knew he was scum to begin with because of how much they zoomed in on him in the last episode. But we'll save that for later on in the video. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Damo Senpai, and we are here to discuss episode 4 of Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. Now, if you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit that link in the description or the red subscribe button. Either one to help me towards that cause of reaching my long-term goal, which is to become a full-time content creator. Now, like I said, I say this all the time, but this is some true shit. We're trying to create a job out of our passion. This is what I want to truly do, so why not? So let's jump into this episode because it was quite hilarious, and I'm pretty sure everybody picked up on everything that was going on. So shortly after meeting Rinon, right, the little redhead girl, we immediately get jumped by these assassins. Well, they look like assassins, right? We immediately get jumped by these assassins, but come on, man. This is Tomoe we're talking about here, who was once a legendary dragon, whose level was off the charts. It was over 1,000, which means that she is the most OD, and I'm pretty sure like it wasn't even measuring her correctly in the first place. So we knew it was a setup from Jump Street at the end of the last episode. I found it really intriguing how Makoto was just thinking about, like, man, you know, this town needs a little bit of rearranging. This town needs cleaning up because the top adventurer in the city was a scumbag, which we already assumed, right? I'm pretty sure everybody who was watching this, even in the last episode, I'm pretty sure you guys assumed that he was gonna be a piece of shit. I mean, come on, man. That's always a tall tale sign in isekais, especially when they go this route. And not only was he just housing Rinon's sister, he also had tons of other slaves in there, which was, I was pissed off. First and foremost, I was pissed off at how he was treating Rinon's sister, because whenever I see somebody look like that, I always imagine the worst, right? But thankfully, Mio had already dissected the situation. She was only being subject to magic torture. So I don't know if maybe in the light novel it was way worse than what they depicted. To our knowledge, it was only magic treatment. So I took the other stuff out of my, out of the realm of possibility. So I'm glad Makoto took the right steps in dealing with that, because he is able to see everything, right? He's got like elemental sight from Genshin Impact. I hate having to like directly relate back to that, but that was all I could think of. Maybe like key sensory, like being able to directly sense somebody's key. It's like how Goku can sense a power level from galaxies away. Even then, I hate referring back to Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball's goated, so. But what was crazy is, I believe her name was Hasegawa. I think that was the girl that Makoto, I think he fell in love with her, and I think he denied her. I think that's what it was. I can't recall. Like, my brain is having trouble remembering this because I watch so much fucking anime, or just so much shit in general. But I'm pretty sure it was because of the resemblance to Hasegawa that he was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna stand for this. She looks way too similar, and you know how I feel about Hasegawa, which, in turn brought upon that scowl that he had on his face. You've never seen him look angry like that up until now. That was the first time, at least from my perspective, that he looked that way. It was a surprise to Mio and Tomoe too, because they're so used to him being nice, so used to him being kind and carefree. They're not used to him being that way. So it's understandable for them to take this matter seriously. And I found it hilarious that they thought they could block Tomoe with that Aegis reflector, right? Anytime I see a shield like that, I immediately call it Aegis reflector because of, Urien. from Street Fighter Third Strike. And they thought that that was gonna keep them safe from a once legendary dragon. As soon as they talked shit about Makoto, it was on from there. They were gonna receive the utmost punishment. And an ancient dragon and an ancient arachnid's ultimate powers, they used their utmost strength and beat the living shit out of those guys. And in beating the shit out of those guys, they completely leveled an entire fucking city. Completely leveled it, leaving just that guild building right there. And it's crazy when you look at it from that perspective about where she was being held captive at. She was being held captive in the center of the city, which lets you know the top hero was running stuff, you know, letting everybody get their hands dirty. I think Mio said that while he just sat back and pretended to be the hero. Super sick. I'm glad Mio and Tomoe wiped the floor with him. I love me some Tomoe, by the way. Tomoe is fucking gorgeous. So now the question is, what is he gonna do with, well, I mean, that's not even a question now that I think about it. He's gonna definitely house them in his little pocket dimension. He's gonna let them live there, let them, you know, work side by side with all the other races who also took refuge in there. So that way they'll be safe and won't have to deal with what they dealt with in that city. Another thing that like had me dying was the fact that they was like, man, there was somebody who came here a while ago. If you guys don't side with us, we're gonna make you attack him. And it was Makoto. They was gonna make them have to go after Makoto. And that's why they was like, oh no, we can't. He's too powerful. The way they did it was fucking tight, yo. But anyways, that does it all for today. If there was anything that you caught that I perhaps missed out on, make sure you let me know down in the comment section below. I would deeply appreciate it, having conversation with you guys. On top of me being a detective, right? Usually I pick up on stuff, but yesterday I kind of missed out on a lot. Make sure y'all let me know. The conversations are always important. I always respond back. So if there's anything that you didn't like about the episode, or if there's anything that you liked or didn't like about the episode, make sure you let me know in the comments as well. It's always good to gauge the opinion of my subscribers, so that way we can have a great dialogue. As always, it's your boy, Damo Senpai, and I will see you guys in the next video.